They would get a little snooty, maybe a little mad, maybe yell very loudly about how they did not get their lobster bisque, which they apparently, according to the waitress, did not order, and the guy was very adamant. But I know that I was with the love of my life, because at the same time we both texted each other in full caps, "Where is the soup?" like you just.
Welcome to the Joystick Show. I'm just drooling over.
You're drooling all over yourself.
It's fine. It's the life of a ventriloquist.
Oh my god!
Welcome to the Joystick Show.
That was interesting.
Episode 277. Half of my body is soaking wet at the moment.
At this rate, we will never run out of intros.
Yeah.
We're good in that department.
Yeah, this is just gonna be my new thing where I pretend to be new forms of entertainment. Next time I'll do a magic trick and then I'll juggle. I'll get through it all. It'll be a whole thing.
Nice.
Let me actually drink the water.
Yeah.
Have it warp my voice. Welcome to the Joystick Show. I am Bobby.
This is Dylan,
and we're just gonna talk some stuff to your face for a little bit.
It was funny because last episode you were like, "Yeah, next time we hope all the gang is together."
Yeah, did not work out.
Yeah.
Also, it is nice to be filming this not on Wednesday.
Yeah, of course.
It's scheduled to come out. Also, we broke a record. An episode of the Joystick Show came out on a Friday.
Mm-hmm.
What? But it's fine.
Hey, that works.
It's all cool. We've got some cool things, in the works. We're planning to kind of unearth a new show on Joystick, which will hopefully air weekly alongside the Joystick Show, which I'm looking forward to.
Mm-hmm. We love a series.
Does it give me more work to do? Sure, but am I looking forward to it? Absolutely. But more on that in the future when we are ready to unveil it. Instead, let's talk about, ways that you could help us out here. You could go ahead and like this episode if you're feeling like it. You could go ahead and subscribe to us at Team Joystick. And if you do that, we would absolutely love you. And do you know why we would love them, Dylan?
Why?
Because it's Valentine. Well, it was Valentine's Day.
Yeah, also, like, last episode, technically... Maybe not, because it came out a day before, right?
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
No, well, yeah, technically.
But
it wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, but we could have. But, now it's just me and you.
It's fine.
We can be really intimate once again and make it even more loving.
Or we can talk about what we did with our significant others for the holiday.
Yes, I would love to start with that.
Go for it.
I would love to start with that. Okay, so I've had a pretty busy week, but me and Marianthi, to celebrate, we were eating at the place we're getting married at. They were having their ballroom was like all red, and they had a nice dinner, which is great. I had a great time. I feel like everyone who was having a wedding there was treated special, and then everyone else was kind of like, "Yeah, here's your fucking food." Okay. You know what I mean? I love this place, right? Food's amazing, beautiful venue. It's great. But just imagine the type of person that would go to a country club, right?
Yeah.
Now imagine what would happen if something didn't go their way.
They'd probably get a little snooty.
They would get a little snooty, maybe a little mad, maybe yell very loudly about how they did not get their lobster bisque, which they apparently, according to the waitress, did not order. And the guy was very adamant. But I know that I was with the love of my life, because at the same time we both texted each other in full caps, "Where is the soup?" like on cue, we just typed the same shit.
Oh my god!
And I was like, "This is fantastic," because they're like right, it's a pretty close venue. We're not that far away from each other, so I can't start trash talking this guy. Where it's like, chill out. They'll give you your fucking soup. Like it's fine. He got his soup. I hope they spit in it. But all things aside, I had a great time.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun.
Sounds fancy.
It was. Not enough. You don't get your soup.
Yeah,
you don't get your soup. It's not fancy.
Mm-hmm.
What did you do?
I had the exact opposite of a Valentine's Day. Mildred worked until very late, so we just kind of like caught up very late at night, and we watched, as cliche and cheesy as it sounds, do you want to guess what movie we watched?
What movie did you watch?
Just take a guess. What movie do you think we watched on Valentine's
Some love movie?
Day?
Valentine's Day?
We watched Valentine's Day.
Oh my god. It literally came up like as we got home and we were like scrolling through, and she's like, is really the first thing recommended on Valentine's Day the movie Valentine's Day? And I'm like, it's a good movie.
For some reason, me and Mildred really like Mildred and I really like the Gary Marshall holiday movies. They're terrible films. We acknowledge that fully. It's not like anybody's watching Valentine's Day.
Oh, I really thought
Mother's
you were
Day.
taking notes.
No, it's
I thought
just
you were sitting there like,
they're garbage, but they're fun. They make you feel good. And I explained it to her. I think what I like is just like the connection part, where when you get to the end of the movie, you're like, he was the mom of. He was probably not the mom, but you get the point.
He was the daughter of the son.
You get the fucking point, all right? But yeah, we just watched Valentine's Day. We exchanged gifts. She got me a really cool gift. I showed Dylan upstairs a nice little travel bag. I needed a new backpack in general because one of the straps on my old backpack is literally about to tear off. But she got me one of those cool laptop camera combo bags, so now I can bring my equipment and gear anywhere.
Nice.
Maybe a little outdoor podcast. Maybe a little when it gets warm out, a little picnic podcast.
I was going to say, and it's like we're just sitting there and there's wind in the mics.
Yeah, fuck.
Welcome, guys.
That's what these are for.
Yeah.
You gotta put some dead cats on it. That's what the actual term is called. But other than that, yeah, we just chilled. You know, I bought her some snacks. I ate most of her snacks, but you know, it was a good time.
I picked up Marianthi. One of her chocolates she received was I don't know if you saw this, the Kit Kat Big Cat.
I've heard of it,
which I call the Cat Daddy. Which I mean, they missed out on a huge opportunity right there. Yeah, and I go to work, eat my fucking chocolate. You know,
thank you, Dylan. I needed that.
There's something there. You know, hit me up, company that makes Kit Kat.
Right there with Crumbly.
And I was like, yeah, exactly. And I was like, this is such a big Kit Kat because it's like that thick. And it's like, I was like, it looks like a giant piece, but then that piece also has lines in it. So if you want to split it up, you can.
Gotcha. Sounds good.
Yeah. We're sponsored by the Kit Kat Big Cat.
I wish we were, but
no other Kit Kat product, just the Kit Kat Big Cat. Yeah.
I was gonna say we could segue this perfectly because I actually wanted to talk about another
Kit Kat.
Wanted to talk about a certain romance in Hollywood, but it's not your typical romance. It's more of a bromance.
Okay.
I wanted to talk about two best friends that have been in Hollywood. Practically for the entirety of their careers. Can you guess who I'm talking about, or about to talk about?
Not Matt Damon, Ben Affleck.
It's exactly Matt Damon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Have you seen their new friendship quiz interview that came out?
No, I have not.
So look, I'm at this point. There's like 5 different media entertainment groups that have YouTube channels, and they all make the same types of fucking videos. Like there's GQ,
they try
and Variety,
snacks from each
Vanity
other's
Fair,
countries.
Variety.
They talk about this.
There's Wired. They all do it, right? So I don't remember who did this one in particular, but they basically sat down Matt Damon and Ben Affleck to have them ask questions about their friendship to each other, right? And I've seen them do this before with celebrities because it's part of the whole press junket thing. For them specifically, they're promoting their new Netflix movie The Rip, where they play 2 police detectives who basically come up with a plot to steal money that they found during a rip on the job. But long story short, when you see the videos from the other actors and actresses who do the friendship quizzes together, it's more like how am I on set? And they're like, oh, you're cranky, and I'll give you a point for that. Stupid shit like that, right? Like, what's my favorite? How do I take my coffee? You drink it like that, whatever, right? Ben Affleck's and Matt Damon's were so bad, they go so far back that they're so fucking the detail and the accuracy in all of the answers is insane. They ask Matt Damon what was Ben Affleck's first job, and he was like, oh, it was when you were on that PBS show, and he said the whole thing, and he's like, yep. And then without even having to ask, Ben Affleck was like, yep. And then your first job was here, and then you sold flyers at that sneaker store on the corner, and and I was like, holy shit. And they ask how they met, and he's basically their moms knew each other. And I think one of them moved onto the other one's block, and they just kind of started hanging around each other. But then when they went to school together, that's when they became super best friends. But it's just fucking, it's crazy that two people as big as they are can come from not only the same upbringing, but maintain arguably the same level of success throughout the entire.
Yeah, I mean, the way you explain it, it's they literally since kids.
And then it's also like the fact that they've done so much of the same stuff too, that it continues to pile on. It's like, holy shit, man. It's crazy. They've like what's funny is the last question that they asked them was how many projects have they done? And they're like, shit, I don't even know. And they try to count it, and they say like a bunch of them out. They're like, we did Good Will Hunting, Dogma, and then he's finally like, was that 9? And then it's like, oh, well, the card says 14. Never mind. Apparently, we did more than that. But fucking, it's just crazy. It goes to show you. Look where we could be in 20 years. We could be 49 years old.
Yeah. Doing
our GQ. Right, whatever it is.
I'm doing Vanity Fair.
Friendship quiz. And they're going to be like,
Vanity Fair.
How did you meet Bobby? And he'd be like, he stole my fucking wallet. Yeah. Look, because we have the #1 podcast in the world that didn't get traction until 300 episodes Rogan. In.
Watch out.
You better watch out. Amy Poehler, watch out.
No, she's cool.
Dax Shepard, watch out.
Is his top? I don't think.
What?
Is Dax Shepard podcast top 10 podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
100%.
Him.
What is it called? Armchair Expert or something like that with Dax Shepard. I don't know the premise too much. I'm not like a Dax Shepard hater, but I'm also not a Dax Shepard fan, so I don't keep up with the Dax Shepard. I don't keep up with the Dax facts. Let's just say that, okay?
I feel like a lot of people are like anti Dax Shepard and they don't know why. It's kind of like that famous Family Guy where it's like, I don't know what Gwen Stefani is.
Yeah.
It's a similar vibe with Mr. Him.
I want to talk about something now. Something that enraged me to my core.
Okay.
Yeah. I kind of hinted at it to you earlier about a game that I played recently. It was a game that I never got an opportunity to play. I think it came out like 14 years ago, which is insane.
2012?
Something like that, yeah.
That's a very long time ago.
Yep, the game was remastered.
And this is a game that has a platinum.
Yeah.
And it's a game. It's an actual game.
Oh, it's a game, yeah.
It's a game. Okay.
It's a game that's part of a huge series, actually.
Okay. Oh.
Mm-hmm. So I played Assassin's Creed 3.
Oh.
Remastered. For those of you unfamiliar, it's an Assassin's Creed title. You play as technically
George Washington,
Desmond Miles, who's playing as a Native American assassin who goes by the American name Connor Kenway, something like that. Thomas Jefferson. Totally not Connor Kenway, but yeah, it's your typical Assassin's Creed mumbo jumbo. This time it's put into the world of Revolutionary era America, basically the 13 colonies, all that shit. Like Dylan said, you get to meet Thomas Jefferson and Sam Adams and Paul Revere and I was going to say Ben Affleck again. Holy shit. Benjamin Franklin is who I wanted to say. It'd be cool if you got to meet Ben Affleck. He's just there wearing completely modern clothing.
Like, I'm not supposed to be here.
You know where the Duncan is? But this is what I have to say about this game. The game itself is decent.
Okay.
I was actually watching a video after I finished it, and it was like a fan of the series who was going down the mall and basically trying to give his interpretation of whether or not he thinks that the games are overrated or underrated. Mm-hmm. And I think, if anything, Assassin's Creed 3 might be a little overrated. And if I were to give a score to this game, I would say it's maybe like a 7.5 out of 10, right? And keep in mind, it's an older game. Like I said, it's 14 years old. It's clunky at times. It doesn't always work. There's certain things of the game you probably wish weren't in there. They probably put it in just for the sake of adding content. But aside from the game, it has a platinum. And it might just be the worst platinum I've ever gone for in my entire life.
And do you have it or no?
I got it.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah. So much so that the hour tracker for the game like bugged out. So like at one point it just kind of got stuck on 59 hours, and I played way more than 59 hours, and I don't know what the actual total is on this game. But to give you some perspective, right? Let me just tell you a little bit of what it is you have to do to platinum Assassin's Creed 3. You ready? Mm-hmm. Are you ready for this? Okay. First things first. You have to beat all 12 sequences of the game, which are basically the chapters. Yeah. Each chapter has like anywhere from 3 to 6 individual missions in it.
Yeah.
Each mission has at least one optional objective. You have to complete all of them. It could be as simple as like, oh, kill 3 guys without being caught, or it could be as complicated as like sink 3 ships without getting hit or something fucking stupid like that. And if you fail one, you got to restart again and just keep going for it until you get it. So you have to do that for all 12 chapters. Yeah. When that's done, the game's complete, grand, fucking awesome. Then you got to get all the collectibles. And there's like 4 different types of collectibles. There's feathers and chests and fucking almanac pages that fly in the sky.
Yeah, I don't. My adult brain cannot do a lot of these games anymore. I just can't handle all the different.
Then you got to liberate all the districts in the 2 different cities in the game, Boston and New York, by doing submissions within the city. Then you basically get people to come in. You recruit them as assassins, and you start sending them away on missions. And that's a whole different part too, where they're away for a certain time period and they're getting XP and they're leveling up, and you have to level all of them up to max level. Then there's a whole like homestead part of the game where you basically create a village, and you have to bring in people like farmers and a woodworker and a priest. I feel like I played this.
I feel like I've played this game.
And you've got to like basically fucking make them settle into a whole thing. You have to do all of this shit, Dylan. You have to do all the naval combat missions, all the fucking pirate ship stuff. You have to do all of this. And then after that, there's a whole DLC that's basically like a third of the game you just played that you have to play on top of it to get the platinum. It's not like they separated the original game from the DLC. No, you have to play the game and the DLC, 100% all of both, and then you get the platinum trophy. Nice. It was fucking hell. The reason why I think there are platinums that I've done that are worse than it is because at the very least in this game, I was doing something at every moment. Like I was actively on to the next thing. Where I've had situations where you have like the grindy platinums where you're just kind of sitting and doing the same thing for hours and hours and hours. But it was just like the amount of time and the grind put into this platinum did not match up the satisfaction or the fun that was had in the end. And just a real mid fucking game if I have to be real with that. Last thing I will say is the worst trophy in the game is basically there's this thing called the Encyclopedia of the Common Man. And when you're in your homestead, I think there's like 8 different people who at any given time could just be walking around and doing one of like 4 things. So let's say the farmer, you can catch one of them tending to the beehives or pulling crops, or they're baking, right? Or,
thrilling gameplay.
Right? Or maybe the woodworker is fixing a chair, or he's fixing a stable, or something like that. For the trophy, you have to find each one of these people and basically like photograph them doing one of the things 3 times each. But it's completely random whether or not they're gonna spawn in the first place and what the fuck they're gonna do. So I got to the point where at the end of the game, I got all of them except one from the miner.
So you literally had to replay and get photos to see a miner doing something?
I would spawn in, I would run to the mine. If he was there, I'd be like, all right, cool. But then he would immediately go to like mining, and I already have that picture, and I'm like, motherfucker. And I'm not even kidding you, Dylan, I probably loaded into the game at least 35 times before he finally went to sift some gold by the river. And I took a picture and I got the trophy, and I was like, dude,
holy shit, bro.
Worst fucking experience. That's just
like, who at the studio in the Assassin's, because it's like, before that, right, we had Assassin's Creed 1, Assassin's Creed 2, great game, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, good game, Revelations, good game. When they were like, hey, you know what? We should have a whole homestead section.
No, yeah. I mean, to be fair, Assassin's Creed 2 does have something similar where it's like, it's supposed to be your your villa.
Yeah, I remember that.
But it's like, it's your house and it gives you money and stuff. It's not that in depth.
It's like part of the, like, well, you spawn there anyway. So you grab all the shit.
I'm playing Assassin's Creed. I'm not trying to play the fucking Sims. It's ridiculous. But that being said, I am glad that I played it just for the fact that, like, I feel like Assassin's Creed 3 is one of those games that, love it or hate it, it's kind of known well in the gaming community for just being like one of those iconic games for the time period. Yeah. Like when it dropped, it was one of the biggest things. People were always talking about it, and I don't know why I never played it. But.
I mean, I remember playing it at like, I think I played it at Jonathan Kahas's house. Yeah, and I was like, this is I don't like this. Because like I played on the Xbox.
That's another thing too, not to go on a whole tangent, because my whole point with this part of the podcast was not to review the game. It was just to talk about my platinum experience. But just one other note, the worlds, in my opinion, the whole setting just felt so bland and boring. Like, at least when I was in Italy, or like these, old, like Constantinople, these old civilizations, it felt weird, or not weird, it felt cool, like it felt royal or regal. Like, I don't want to just walk around like shitty 1700s New York where there's just like a dying horse on the floor. It's just bleak, but
it's very bleak.
That being said, I'm glad that I got it done. That platinum probably took, not in the hours itself, but real time, maybe like 2.5 weeks. And it sucks too, because I was on like a good little streak of like 5-6 platinums in the sake of a month and change. So this kind of derailed me a bit, but
you just find some indie games, you're good.
Exactly. You get the point. You get it, Dylan. You know exactly what I'm getting at.
Exactly. I have something to talk about.
Do you know?
And I don't know if I talked about it on the podcast before. Maybe I have. But it is about a game franchise that has completely I don't know, hasn't failed, but has let a lot of people down. Mm-hmm. So the number one best-selling simulation/management game has been Football Manager.
Okay.
The game where you manage a football team, aka soccer. Basically, back in the day, the game comes out kind of similar to how like 2K and Madden comes out, where it comes out a little bit before the year it's supposed to come out. So like 24 came out at the end of 23. A lot of the sports games were like 2K26 came out at the end of 25.
Yeah.
They all kind of work the same way. So back in 2024 to 2025, everyone was wondering like, hey, a new Football Manager game never came out. Mm-hmm. What's going on with that? So they were like, oh, sorry, we were switching over to Unity. We have some delays. Don't worry. It's going to come out in the actual... year 25,
which is going to derail everything.
Yeah, but that's how we have to do it. I'm very sorry, guys. And everyone's like, okay. Weeks go by, months go by, still no game. Basically, at some point last year, they were like, hey, guys, we're not even going to be able to make a game, right? So, sorry, we never did a pre-order because it was never even that far. So, we're just going to push everything back and make it come out for 26, and it'll come out at some point. So everyone's like, all right, fucking bullshit, whatever. Finally, in like August or September of last year, they were like, hey, guys, game, it's coming out. So everyone's getting hype about it. Oh, it looks so much better. It's on Unity, so it's like actual graphics. A big part of the game was that you're able to watch the game. Mm-hmm. And for years, it was like really bad looking, like PS2 graphics almost,
Okay.
Maybe PS3, maybe. But it was like very low graphics.
Yeah.
And those were really good. Like it was like really good looking. So it was like, oh, awesome. The game comes out, does not work at all.
It's a bit of a Madden treatment.
Yeah. Completely. Everything's bugged. Every screen is like, it's like actual like sensory. Those games are already sensory overload. Mm-hmm. So then to make it feel even more like 100 things on the screen at once is terrible. On Steam, it was like overwhelmingly negative. And on top of that, they delisted all of the mobile version and the console version, so that the only way to play the game is to spend $60 on the new mobile or console version.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. So it's a little higher now. They fixed the game, right? So now on PlayStation Store it was a 1.5. It is now a 2.4.
Okay.
So it's climbing.
Yeah.
It's still there. I bought a key for the game, which always feels weird. I don't know if you can do that, but you can enter like a key into the PlayStation Store, and then it comes up and you can claim the game. So I did that instead of paying $60 for it, and I was like, have you ever done this?
No, I know the premise. There's like those websites where you can buy like discount games.
Yeah, and so I went on one of those websites, and those websites are always funny because there's a 5-minute window where you're like, did I just get scammed? Yep. And you're just sitting there, and you get the pop-up, and you're like, it's in your inbox. And I'm like, woo, yeah, let's go. But I'm playing it. It's okay. But they really fucking dropped the ball on like what could have been like, hey, they revamped the game. It's really good now. It's incredible.
Damn, that's annoying.
Not happening. So much so that they did like a tournament and they used the old game. They didn't even use the new game.
Wow.
Yeah. And also they got rid of international. Like they had like the World Cup and stuff like that in the old game. They don't have that. They got rid of multiplayer. They don't have that. They said that they added like the women's teams, but that doesn't work. You can't even play like a franchise mode with the women's team. So it's like, why would you add the women's players? You can't even like manage the women teams. And there's like 8 women teams. So it's like, what am I going to do? Manage this one league in America and that's it? Like I can't do anything else with the fucking women players.
That's
like why?
So strange.
Why go through all that effort? But yeah, FM27. We're looking forward to the future. Hopefully they figure it out because you know, a lot of people play those games. It's I was very surprised when I saw that like literally like 8 million people or something play those games. It's because it's on Netflix. It's on all the mobile. It's on Android and iPhone. So it's like it's on all these platforms.
Also, especially when a game like FIFA is so popular that isn't a simulator, you'd expect more people to be playing
FIFA is
that.
an amazing game, but it's always known as not being the best simulation. Like so, they really had their niche in the market. A lot of people that are like in Brazil play it. People in Europe, it's like, oh, I have this random team. They like want to pull a Wrexham, right? Where it's like you're in like the 7th division. You're like, oh, I can take this like little team I like live next to and like bring it up. But hopefully they figure out what the fuck they're doing. But I don't know. Yeah.
Also, not to go too far back into the tangent, but that also just kind of reminded me of Ubisoft, the creators of Assassin's Creed, because I also never got to play Assassin's Creed 4, which is another game I wanted to play, and a lot of people, like the majority of people, say that was the best one.
Yeah, everyone loved that shit.
But it never got remastered, and there's kind of like a little it hasn't been, you know, officially revealed. It's more theorized than anything. That you remember when the Video Game Awards happened, that the last one was High Guard, and then, you know, the game kind of tanked and people were like, what the fuck was that? There's speculation that last trailer slot was actually supposed to go to it was supposed to be Ubisoft's, and it was supposed to be the Black Flag 4 remastered trailer. But Ubisoft went through like a bunch of layoffs. They ended up canceling like 7 games. They admitted that the game was going to come out, and although it didn't get canceled, they said that it was going to be postponed. Yeah. But because of that, I'm like, all right, I played 3. I'll wait for a bit before I jump into 4. I'll just wait for it to come out if it does get remastered. But yeah. Last thing I did want to talk about is it's a game that's near and dear to my heart. Okay. Not just for, you know, the game itself, but for the competitive scene around it, and that is Super Smash Brothers Melee. Now, look, I'm not gonna lie to you here, Dylan. The scene has been dying as of late.
Yeah, I feel like it's manifested itself, especially after the whole Mango thing.
But to tell you the truth, too, it's like we say this like every 5 years. We're like, Melee's dying, and then something happens, and you're like, hold on a second. Mm-hmm. And we got one of those moments yesterday. So we have our first big major of the year. Genesis 13 is happening right now in San Diego, California, I believe. But regardless, might be San Francisco, I don't remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Big tournament happening in California. Mm-hmm. And, you know, every top player with the exception of Mango is there. The top 3 seeded players are in attendance. Shout outs to Zane, Cody, and Hungrybox. And yesterday, during all of the games that took place from, you know, the top 128 all the way down to the top 8, which are playing later tonight, the top 3 seeded players all lost in losers, or rather all lost in winners and went to losers super early. Zane is out of the tournament immediately. Hungrybox is out of the tournament. The only one that's still in is Cody, who's in losers top 8. So there's a whole bunch of new people. I could go on and talk about all the cool things that are happening at this tournament, but I really just want to talk about one new player named Rap Monster. Dylan.
What the fuck kind of name is that?
Yeah. So if I told you that a couple of tournaments ago, a player named Rap Monster came out of nowhere and beat Zane. The best player in the world, right? They played again a couple tournaments later. Guy beats him again. They play at Genesis yesterday, and he smokes Zane. He makes Zane look like a regular player. Nobody's ever made Zane look like that. What character do you think Rap Monster plays?
Mario? I don't know.
You're fucking close.
Luigi?
He's a Luigi man.
Oh my god, I love him.
How old do you think he is?
He's young.
He's barely 18.
Oh my god,
He's
is
an
incredible.
18-year-old Asian kid who wears like Hello Kitty t-shirts and hats and pops the fuck off when he styles on Zane. It is
That's crazy.
most glorious thing I've ever seen in Melee. It's exactly what the scene needed. Just an 18-year-old kid who comes out of nowhere and says, fuck you, I do it.
It's
how
always
I
a
wanna
Luigi
do it."
player. There's always a random Luigi player that like just...
Unfortunately, he did lose to Salt last night, so he won't be in top 8 later today, but he had 2 of the coldest fucking clips I have ever seen in Melee, and he did them in 2 nights back to back. On the first night in a doubles matchup between I forgot who he was teaming up with, but he was teaming up with another player, and they were playing against the old school duo of S2J and Shroomed. It was the last stock of, I believe, the last game. Rap Monster's partner is eliminated, so Rap Monster has to 1v2 Shroomed and S2J, and he manages to do so by edgeguarding both of them flawlessly at the same time, juggling back and forth. It was like perfectly executed. People are popping off. It was fucking insane. And then the day right after that, Rap Monster goes in to play Zane, and before he sends Zane to losers, he hits one of the nastiest combos I've ever seen in my life in game 1. So much so, actually, I'll probably post it here, but I want to show you. Yeah, I have it. I literally just opened my phone and it was on. It was almost like I was supposed to show it to you. Look at what my boy did to Zane.
Right now, this is a lot of juicy percent.
So he just does that. Yeah. So what I'm trying to get at here is, while I kind of was going through that whole like, oh, Melee's dying vibe, people aren't care, people are leaving the scene, we're seeing like a really big influx of people like that, especially young people who are coming into the scene who are just like dominating, playing at an insane level. And arguably my whole favorite part of it is like we're starting to see characters in this game come out that we've never really seen played at this high of a level before. Whereas when I came into the scene, it was like, oh, you can only win a tournament with like 4 or 5 characters.
Yeah, it was literally.
It's like now we're really starting to see that there's a lot more potential out there for the characters we once called mid-tiers, like Donkey Kong and Ice Climbers. Well, I mean, I know Ice Climbers had a little bit more going for them back then, but still, it's really fun to see. So shout outs to Melee. And granted, it will be done by the time you watch this. Go check out the VODs because they're going to be fucking sick. And I know what I'm watching right after this.
Yeah.
All right, you want to swing it to some music recommendations, Dylan?
Fuck yeah, bro. I would love some music recommendations. I will go first.
Okay, sir.
I will go first.
Okay, sir.
My Yam of the Week. I was going to pick a hip-hop song. I was going to pick a rap song. I was going to pick a beat song. But I'm going to pick Hasta la Muerte by Eslabon Armando.
Okay.
Beautiful song. Amazing guitar work. I kind of want a flamenco guitar now, just like a fucking ding, 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 just all over the place. Also, this song has like a weird, like I can't tell if he's just like slamming on a bass or it's like one of like the fucking like the drum that's like, it's like the, I forget what it's called, but your dad has it. It's the thing you just scratch it.
Oh yeah, I know. The
and then there's another one.
thing.
Yeah, and then there's another one that's like a lighter version of that. So I can't tell if he's doing that or like slapping on the guitar. But either way, it's fucking sick.
Cool. Real quick, I want to give a shout outs to a song from the movie The Blues Brothers. Shout outs to Soul Man, because for whatever reason, I recently watched the episode of Drake and Josh where they performed that at the talent show.
Were you just watching like the best episodes of every series?
Yeah,
like,
I was doing that.
Okay.
But my actual jam of the week is going to go to a song by rapper IDK called
Yes.
P.O. off of a really, really
I'm
impressive
hearing a lot
album.
of good stuff about this.
It's
record.
really good, and this song actually features Black Thought, one of the greatest MCs of all time. Really great song. Has a bit of like a slow, dark reggae vibe, and I like that.
What?
Also, I think the song is produced by K Tronada, just because at the beginning of the song he goes K Tronada classic. So
It's probably produced
by K Tronada. But that being said, shout out to my jam and Dylan's Yam of the week. And shout out to you guys. Thanks
Yeah,
for
wow,
277.
That was fun.
Listen,
that was interesting.
I'm really sorry that Joey and Jerry aren't here. I know
we
that,
didn't say what they were doing today.
Which one do you want to take care of?
Well, Bobby, they're together. What do you mean?
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Where are they?
They have they are doing a production of Waiting for Godot. Ooh. Yeah, but it's actually Jerry driving Joey in the driver's seat, and they're in a drive-through.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're waiting for the drive-through menu.
Yeah. Is this off Broadway?
Yeah, it's off Northern Boulevard.
That's where they're waiting for Godot.
They're at the Taco Bell on Northern Boulevard waiting. This still that's been like 3 hours.
That's what I call performance.
Joey fucked up ordering with the AI, and now they're getting 5,000 crunch wraps, and now they're like they don't know what to do. Joey tries getting out of the car. Joey's like, "Wait, don't! You want to lose you."
Oh my God. Well, on that note, thanks for watching the Joystick Show. Make sure you go ahead and like this episode. Feel free to subscribe. I can't even speak words. And thanks for watching. Feel free to check us out next week when hopefully the whole gang will be here together. And I really do hope that we're able to show more. I can't speak. I really do hope that we're able to share some more of that new show idea that we're concocting with you pretty soon, because I'm excited to get onto it. I mean, it's not really a new show because we've done it before, but it's a new type, it's a new variation, a new spin, and I'm very excited about it. All right, that's all for us here now.
Yeah, I mean that's really it.
Feel free to click away, or fucking you could.
Yeah.
You can wait until the screen that says thanks for watching.